Hey, what is up, guys? This is Bo, or Carl Hungus712, and well, as you guys might already know, or you might not, I'm not for sure, but this is the time of Call of Duty Champs. COD Champs is going on, and the final weekend's tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. So the top winner of the COD Champs gets $1 million, first place, and then so that's pretty much $400 grand for first. So if you're lucky enough to be on that team, $100 grand a piece, that's not too bad of a payday. You guys can invite me on your team anytime. Whoever wins that, I'll gladly take a piece of that pie. But I figured I'd talk to you guys a little bit about that. I also have a regional LAN tournament here going on tomorrow in my area at one of our local places. And we're going to be playing some Ghost, and that's why I've chose the Ghost gameplay. We're playing the Call of Duty Ghost League play, the Clan v Clan, 4v4. And I ended up doing pretty well because this team we're going up against is really good. They're very talented. I think I go 26-15 with 9 caps. So I play pretty objectively, and excuse me, guys, we do quite well, and we end up winning. We have to make a little bit of a comeback later on, but we definitely do that. And anyways, in case you didn't know about COD Champs, basically COD Champs started in Black Ops 2. Treyarch was really known for getting the competitive scene going quite a bit. Anyways, Impact ended up being the top team that year. They won COD Champs with Parasite, who's my favorite player, and a few other guys. And then last year, Complexity, which was basically the powerhouse team during Ghosts, they ended up winning the big tournament last year against Team Envious, who also lost against Team Impact the year before, so they have back-to-back second places, but still a hell of a payday for second place. I believe it's $200,000, so it's 50 a person instead of 100. So can't really complain about that. I'd love to take home some of that, but anyways, hopefully you guys all tune in for it. If you want to get new into the competitive, or if you're new into the competitive scene and you kind of want to see how people play competitively, I definitely recommend checking it out. It'll help you out immensely. Those guys are great players. They all know what they're doing. You'll learn a lot of tips and tricks from them. And I also wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the local LAN tournament that's going on tomorrow here in my hometown. We're going to be playing. I'm going to team up with a few buddies, and we're going to go down and try to wreck some people in Ghosts. I don't know how we'll do, because, playing Advanced Warfare, it's almost impossible to go back to some of these games, which I hope Treyarch puts the boots back on the ground, but we're going to see for sure. I don't know yet, but anyways, I prefer the old classic run and gun game, not jumping, dashing, flying, fucking, all that kind of stuff. But we'll see what they have up their sleeve. I'm not sure what the first place prize is down there. If we do end up winning it, I think we get a few $100, maybe 500 or something around those lines, just depending on how many people end up showing up. But Ghost, we always did well in the tournaments for Ghost. We always really had a good time with Ghosts, and we always did well. And I also thought I'd give you guys some tips too, if you're ever playing in some older tournaments, especially Ghosts and stuff like that, which I know is Ghost is pretty much dead. I think when you get on that anymore, I believe Ghosts has around, on the Xbox One, I think the most I've ever seen online at one time is 8,000 people. Which I think you can get on, excuse me guys, you can get on Black Ops 1, which is, God, how old's that? 4 years? 4 years old now? 4 or 5 years? And I think there's still 20-25 playing that, so Ghost is definitely a game that a lot of people didn't enjoy, but like I said, I liked a lot of things in it. The hit detection was by far immaculate in this game. If you were on somebody, you killed them. And you didn't have to worry about shooting blanks out of your gun or anything like that. But anyways, I figured I'd give you guys some more competitive tips here for any of you guys trying to get into that scene. One thing I like to do, especially with Domination on Ghost, because that was the game mode instead of Hardpoint, which a lot of people didn't care for Domination. I've always been a big Domination player. I like it. It's a little more slower paced, and I think that's why I like it more, because I'm typically an assault rifle type of player, so I like I like to slow down game a little bit more, where it's not just run non-stop. But in Call of Duty Ghost, one of the big problems you had was that the submachine guns were just so dominant in this game. You had the Vector and the MTAR basically throughout the entire game, the Remington a little bit, and a couple of the sniper rifles, but typically the Vector is all you saw there at the end of the game. Basically an assault rifle, submachine gun, you could cross-map people with and do a ton of damage to them. It was like a laser beam. That gun was so accurate, it's so good. I love the Vector, but when you go back and play this, you realize how truly overpowered this fucking weapon was. But some tips for you guys. Make sure, like in Domination, especially in Hardpoint too, because a lot of the tips I'll give you for Domination will work for Hardpoint too. When you're jumping on flags, try to bring a trophy system with you. That will save your life more times than you can ever guess. And on this class here, as you guys can see, I forgot to put one on, so I definitely suffered a few times on the flag with frag grenades coming in and subtext. But the trophy system will protect you. It destroys projectiles, in case you didn't know what that is. So it'll destroy flashbangs, and, grenades, and anything like that. Another good tip, too, is you'll see me jump around corners kind of sideways or at an angle. And even though it's kind of a... I guess you can kind of consider it a bitch way to play. Always try to make yourself more difficult to hit than the person you're shooting. So always utilize cover and always get that jump or drop shot on somebody. Now I know it's kind of a... Like I said, it's... A lot of people think it's kind of dirty, which I'd agree with them on that for the most part, to be honest with you. But that's, like I said, that's what you want to do. You want to make yourself difficult to hit. You want to make it difficult on your opponent. And also predicting where they are. Like this shot here, I predicted he's going to be over there, so I just basically strafe over to the right, and I just keep firing, and he walks right into my bullets. So, again, just do things like that. This guy gets turned on here again. As you can see there, I jump upwards and sideways, so basically it makes it almost impossible for him to hit me as I'm shooting him. It makes it so difficult for him to shoot me. And those are just a couple of smaller tips that'll help you definitely win more gunfights. Like I said, with this game here, drop shotting and jump shotting weren't always the most effective, just because the hit detection system was so good. You tended to die quick in this game. You really did. You could shoot through walls. Hell, you could wall bang people with this submachine gun Vector, which real life you really shouldn't be able to shoot through too many thick walls, you know, with a submachine gun. But in this game it was a little bit different, anyways. But those are just a few tips I have for you guys. In Domination, I mean, there's not really... You don't have to worry about anchoring, really. It's just what the main goal is to get 2 of the flags and to try to spawn trap the other team at the other flag. That's basically what you want to do. I'd say the only time you really want to triple cap is if you're down by quite a bit, and you absolutely have to, just because you'll create kind of wonky spawns. Everybody will be spawning everywhere, so it'll be hard to defend the 3 flags anyways. But yeah, anyway, but like I said, you'll want to try to hold down 2 flags, maybe keep one guy at A at the beginning and send the other 3 out to B, so they have plenty of backup and protection, because the other team's not going to be able to rush your spawn quick enough to knock whoever's the one person off of A or C. So that's just a few tips for you guys, and hopefully you check out COD Champs this weekend. We'll see who the winner is. I'm going to go out on the limb and guess it's probably going to be Optic, but Denial and FaZe Red are a couple of teams I think can really win it. The best player in the game, in my opinion, is Parasite. He plays for FaZe Red, so I'll definitely be watching him. And another great that I really enjoy, Clayster. He'll be on Team Denial. But we're going to see what happens this weekend. And guys, I'm suffering from a little bit of a cold, as you can probably tell. I'm a little nasally. So I'm going to wrap this commentary up a little bit quicker, but I'll leave you guys with this gameplay. It's a pretty solid gameplay. We come back. I win some more pretty good gunfights, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope to see you next time, and bow out.
Losing A. Losing B. Enemy has Charlie. We lost A. We lost Bravo. Enemy has A.
They're moving along the assembly line.
Nice work, team. Well done.